Welcome back. And today I'm going to go over the what's happening. Just going to give you an update on the weather conditions and the hurricane situations that affected Florida dramatically. So the headline from Housing Wire is as follows: Hurricane Helene has exposed 96 billion in loans, okay, into potential delinquency. So we're talking about some very significant potential stress can come into the market. RMBS means residential mortgage-backed securities, which is basically come from the Fannie Mae lending guidelines, which is the most traditional lending that consumers get into. Similar to past experiences, Hurricane Helene may lead to 5% of mortgage borrowers in affected areas becoming delinquent, but eventually self-curing over the next 12 months, according to a Bank of America analysis. Not only Florida, but parts of North Carolina and South Carolina and Virginia and Georgia were affected by Helene, and to a lesser extent, Hurricane Milton that followed afterwards. Any homeowners without flood insurance have been destroyed. So Hurricane Milton struck Florida, making landfall in Sarasota County, with winds reaching 120 miles per hour. We are seeing some very significant stress here. So the hurricane impacted 3,500 deals, consumers with these kind of loans, with that can potentially have a credit risk transfer, CRT, and non-qualified mortgages as well as second homes and home equity line of credit. So the mortgage situations associated with the people who are affected by these hurricanes can have a very significant adverse effect down the road. The analysis by BofA shows that the delinquent balance on these loans is currently about $2 billion. All right. Researchers believe that rising insurance costs and property taxes and HOAs and condo assessment charges were drivers of the buildup for sale inventory in these areas. So let's go over some research companies, what they said. These are very mainstream, very reputable research organizations. So data from Alto's research show that new listings and pending home sales have fallen off a cliff since Milton's formation. So this BofA researcher said, we think the conditions will be worse due to the hurricane and will continue to be a headwind for home prices. You think there will be a housing crash in the coastal areas of Gulf Coast in Florida that may crash 20, 30, 40%, or they could do a slight correction. So comment below if you live in a far area, if you know loved ones or friends who live in Florida, let me know what are their comments about the information that I'm sharing. Now, it's not affecting all areas of Florida, of course. Florida is much larger than Southwest Florida, where the hurricane were affected by Helene and Milton. As a matter of fact, we have investors, myself included, who own rental properties in different areas of Florida. Suffice to say that our properties are doing well because we are not in the flood zone. We are not in hurricane areas, and we buy new constructions, which have met a lot of the safety guidelines associated with the insurance situation. Housing Wire experts told Housing Wire, various experts, that they're concerned about further increases in insurance costs due to Hurricanes Helene and Milton. This could threaten consumers' financial stability and depress home sales amid challenging mortgage and real estate markets. CoreLogic, another one of the credible organizations, estimated that the losses from Helene could be at least $30.5 billion to $47.5 billion, a total that not only included residential, but commercial properties as well. Meanwhile, the CoreLogic's pre-landfall estimate for Milton encompassed 500,000 homes at risk, with a combined reconstruction cost value of about $123 billion across the Tampa and Sarasota metro areas. Regardless, Milton's impact, CoreLogic chief economist Selma Hepp said in a statement that homeowners in any affected markets who didn't have appropriate insurance coverage may be losing all of their hard and earned home equity on which they rely on for financial buffer in times of economic hardship. And finally, she said, investors will also become more cautious about operating in markets that are perceived to be an increased risk of negative climate events, which could further weaken an already struggling property market. So here's my takeaway. Not everybody who lives in Southwest Florida and Tampa area and Cape Coral and Lee County and Sarasota County are affected. There are many very high price homes located in that area, multi-million-dollar homes. A lot of those owners, they own second homes there, they own vacation homes there. So they can pretty much self-insure. It's still a very desirable place to live along the coastal areas and has been for many decades in Florida. Yes, that's the lower end of the homeowners that are affected by this climate change, by these hurricanes. They will be affected more than the higher, wealthier owners who could potentially self-insure, and they could renovate their houses. They could use their own money to renovate the houses and what have you. Yeah, so I wouldn't say it's a doom and gloom situation in Southwest Florida. They are slowly recovering, and still Florida is not as attractive moving forward as it has been in the years past. But I'm not going to say there's a mass exodus of people leaving Southwest Florida just because there are two significant hurricanes that hit Florida in the past year, Helene and Milton. So I want to share your thoughts. What do you think? You think that people are going to do a mass exodus, not only in Southwest Florida, Gulf Coast region? What about in other parts of Florida? You think living in paradise in Florida you think it is over? Share with me your comments. It was just to take a step back and analyze the pros and cons. My take is not all doom and gloom. Everything is not Armageddon, at least not so far. But I'll keep you on top of, I'll give you some updates as to what's going to go on next year and beyond. But there are still opportunities, right? I will talk about that on other videos for investors to come in and try to look into some potential positive around these areas, because Florida, especially coastal areas of Florida, is really prime real estate, right? It's all about the land, right? The land is the most precious commodity in all over coastal Florida, for that matter. All right. So anyway, that's all I have to say. Please, if you have received any value from this video, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also put your email on my website so you can become a free member of our real estate investing community, so you can receive consistent daily emails about real estate investment opportunities all over the country. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.